Hey guys, welcome to Busy Boss Mama. I'm Stephanie Mitchell, here to help other busy mompreneurs with the support, confidence, and strategies that they need to play a bigger game in business, especially with a hectic household. So today I want to talk about the power of just a couple minutes at a time, because sometimes that's all we have. Well, you can make more, but that's a different topic for a different day. But I think that if you're like most people, if you're like me, you probably are underestimating the power of 2 to 3 minutes. So if you've ever heard the term the compound effect is where multiple small choices, small decisions, small actions over time compound, kind of like compound interest. Compound interest is an example of the compound effect. Eating just like one little extra treat a day can add up to several pounds of weight gain over the year, or conversely, just cutting out one thing a day can result in a lot of weight loss over a year. Saving a tiny bit of money at a time, all these types of things, you get the idea. So anyway, a lot of times I think that we think, oh, well, I only have a couple minutes, it's not worth starting something. Well, that's totally not true. You would be surprised at what you can get done in just 2 minutes. So I was at a conference one time at a seminar, and they had like stacks of books that they handed around. Everybody got a book and then set the timer for 2 minutes, and we all were just to read the book that was in our hand, open up to a random page, read for 2 minutes. And then we all went around the room and shared what we had learned in just 2 minutes. And then we switched, and we did that sorry about that. My connection interrupted, so I don't know what that looked like on your end. But anyway, so we did that, and it was crazy, the nuggets that we were all able to get out of just 2 minutes. So a lot of times we tend not to pick up a book because we don't have time to sit down and read a book. Well, you can, in just a couple minutes at a time, get quite a bit of content done. So here's another example. So I love Audible. If you've watched a few of my videos, you know this. I talk about it all the time. I love Audible. So I love to read, don't have a ton of time to sit and read. And so I find that I get more like brain food if I use Audible. So I'm always listening to a book. So right now I'm listening to an awesome book called The 5 Second Rule. I talked about it in a video the other day. Highly, highly recommend it. Some books have more impact than others. This one is definitely a must read. So anyway, I'm listening to The 5 Second Rule. And I don't know what day I started it, but I started it, and I never listened to it for like a long period of time. I just kind of listened to it here and there, like while I was cooking or, whatever. When the kids weren't around being too noisy, I'd pop it on. Sometimes when I, run a quick errand, I'll turn it on in the car. So not like I'm sitting down, listening to it for hours at a time. And I think the second day, hey Felicity, good to see you on here. I hope you're well. So I think it was like the second day I pop on Audible and I see that I've listened to I don't remember how long. It was like 2 hours and something minutes of this book already. I mean, crazy, you guys. And this is like just in a few minutes at a time. And I'm aware of the power of the compound effect, but it was just crazy to see how much how much content you can get in just that amount of time. Ooh, look, hubby's on here. So anyway, now I'm still just been listening to this book a little bit at a time, nothing crazy, and I'm like 6 hours and 20 minutes in, almost done with the book. So at that rate, you can get a lot done, and this can apply to anything. So if you have, something to do around your house, you can get a lot done decluttering an area of your house for 5 minutes. If you set a timer, you'd be very surprised at how much you can get done in a very short amount of time. So as a really busy mom running a side hustle, you have to become a master at dominating these 2 to 3 to 5 to 10, if you're lucky, 15 minutes at a time That's why they call, you know, a lot of work from home moms, like, it's their nap time hustle. Their kids are going down, they have 30 minutes to sit and bust some stuff out, but you don't always even have to have these 30-minute chunks of time. But here's the key, is that if you want to take advantage of these small periods of time, you have to be intentional. You have to be intentional about everything. And in order to be a successful business person anyway, you need to be very intentional, but especially when you have a limited amount of time to put into your business, you need to take advantage of the morning ritual that I've talked about before, just getting up in the morning and knowing what are your most important tasks and what are you going to do. Because if you don't have some intention for your day and you don't know what you should be doing or what is going to move me forward today, it becomes very difficult to take advantage of those little spurts of 2 minutes. So instead of spending, you know, these small pockets of time doing something useful, you're spending it scrolling through Facebook or whatever the hell you do in 2 minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes, wasting time. Like, it becomes very easy to do that. But if you know that you have to make a follow-up call, or you have like 3 follow-up calls to make today, and you have this pocket of like 5 minutes, you can do that really quickly. So if you're intentional about your time, you know what the important things are that you have to do, then those are always in your mind. So you're always kind of like, your brain is always searching for time to do these things because it's at the forefront of your mind. So be intentional, take advantage of the time periods that you have, and never underestimate the power of a couple minutes. So I would love to hear your thoughts on that and some of your stories on when you have been able to get, you know, a surprising amount done in a short amount of time. And if you'd like more tips on productivity and playing a bigger game in your business, shoot me a private message. Love to strategize with you. One of my most favorite things. So hope you all have a great day, and I'll talk to you next time.